What's up, guys? In this video, we're going to be talking about the OMI Reward Tiers program launch. This is something that we've been waiting on for a very long time, just basically holding our OMI inside of our veve wallets or holding the OMI on the side, just feeling like maybe it's been left in the dust lately, but finally we are seeing a lot more action from the ecomi account, and we're seeing now that they officially put out their Season 0 OMI rewards that is about to be right around the corner. So in this video, we're going to be talking about that program and the article directly. We're going to be talking about later the speculation around it, the price action currently of OMI, and at the end of this video, I do want to focus on the direction of this channel. That's going to be at the very end of the video, so for people that really care about watching all the way through, you can see that. But for people that just want to see this to get straight to the point of what is OMI Day 0, what can we expect, how do we need to prepare, and all of that, let's dive in. So here's where we're at right now. Overall, I would say on the OMI side of veve and ecomi, things have been really quiet. I will just be outspoken about that. But it looks like over the last few days, things have been picking up. We saw the release of the OMI reward tiers preparing to launch, which we're going to look at in just a second. We see ecomi talking about it, and then we even see them really urging people to migrate to Immutable Layer 2, which I'm going to get into later in this video, to prepare for this launch. So things are kind of heating up. You see ecomi commenting a lot more things. Unless I'm crazy, I don't even remember OMI being in ecomi's name until recently, unless I just did not notice that. I feel like that's new. So let's take a look at the article. This is the Master Collector Program, OMI Reward Tiers. There's not a lot of substance here on like completely new material. There are a couple of things that stand out to me. Again, it looks like that the company ecomi is really urging people to go ahead and deposit their OMI onto Layer 2 so that they can earn points. I've made a lot of videos about this in the past. Please go check them out on my previous videos. I'll probably leave it into this one as far as like what to expect out of the OMI Reward Tiers, what to expect out of the Master Collector Program, and all of that. This is not new content for me. I've even done bridging content, sending OMI, a ton of OMI content. So what do you need for OMI 0 or for OMI Season 0? For the Season 0, there are no minimal points. It just talks about you cannot go over 10 million OMI tokens to be eligible, but it does urge you, saying that a higher OMI token balance means earning more MCP points than Season 0 participants. So what this means is basically if you're willing to go ahead and bridge any OMI you have over to veve that you're willing to store on the veve app. I'm not going to talk about the pros and cons of all that if you want to participate in this. But if you do that, there's not much point of having over 10 million unless you just like all of your OMI being in the same place. But after 10 million, it caps out. I'm kind of skipping around in the article here, going back and forth. But by doing this, you'll actually be able to earn points just like we see in the Master Collector Program. And these points will be daily. This is where it goes into the next important step, is you actually will lose these points for inactivity. This is just veve basically trying to encourage people to use the app, and we're going to get into inactivity in just a minute. The age-old question would be, who is considered an active user? It's answered directly in this. An active user is someone who engages with the application at least once a week, and activities include daily apps, opens, sharing, commenting, liking, purchasing, market listing, and more. So it's pretty clear. To be an active user, you basically just have to be in the app at some point during the week and do a couple of those things in order to retain your OMI and MCP rewards. So we can speculate all day long on what type of rewards we're going to be able to accumulate with these OMI tokens, but let's just hope that it's good and that it's worth it. That's where my mindset is. So what can you do to prepare for OMI Day 0 and make sure you get points as soon as possible? With a lot of these things, usually the faster you are to act, the more you are rewarded. We will see. First and foremost, you need to make sure that your OMI is on Layer 2. While I do have videos from like 1 year ago on that, and I could make future videos, I'm just going to point you directly to the most recent video, which is from the ecomi account directly. It's 11,000 subscribers, says ecomi. It's only uploaded 2 hours ago. And while I haven't watched it yet, I breezed through it just like this, and I can tell you it goes through the entire process. So I just trust that, being this is the official OMI account, and just for further verification, if I go to their Twitter, this is definitely their Twitter, the ecomi OMI Twitter, 164,000 followers, following a ton of people that I know. They actually talked about this and announced, it's their actual pinned comment on Twitter, or now X, is pointing you to this video. If you click on this, it goes to this video. So this is the legit video to do this. While I haven't watched it all the way through, always do your own research. It looks like this is probably the most trustworthy source. While I don't have the official tab up right now to verify that the OMI successfully transferred, you go to your web app, you go to veve.me. Again, go to the veve Collectibles official Twitter page. You'll be able to be redirected from there and log into your account through the web app. and it should show your total gem balance and your total OMI balance. You are then good to go for day 0. That's all you need to know right now. Again, it's not substantial. We learned a couple of new things. With that being said, this video is not over. I have a couple of important things to talk about on things going on in the community, the veve community. I have a couple of speculation pieces going on. And at the end of this video, I do want to talk about my channel moving forward. So first and foremost, I'm gonna talk about something a little disheartening, but I like to be transparent on this channel. Also, before I go into this, I wanna say I love to see the excitement around OMI again, and I hope that it does the best, and it's really exciting to see that they're integrating it. I think the last piece of the article that I really didn't touch on is basically that veve just continues to introduce more utility for the OMI token, and that they're just really focusing on the OMI token again. So that's all really bullish to me on the future of OMI. I'm just glad to see that again, because for a while it seemed abandoned. With that being said, here's something I didn't like. Blockchain Andy said, quick update on OMI. Looks like OMI is trying to push up, sitting between the resistance and support right now. Resistance is at this, and basically talking about well wallets have added just about $1 million worth of OMI in the past 24 hours. So you might be thinking, well, of course, the announcement of the OMI utility program coming soon. But this was posted before the announcement. So this was posted on August 14th at 9:03 a.m., whereas the actual announcement of this program was announced at 3:40 p.m. So whales were buying within 12 hours, probably maybe even 24 hours before the announcement. I don't know. Call it luck, call it insider trading. Sucks to see it, hate to see it, but overall, I am happy for the sentiment of OMI. Something very sad happened in the veve community this week, and while I wasn't personally close to him, I did meet him at DCon in Anaheim. We did lose Silicon. He has been on NFT Pirates channel. He has been in the community very strongly on Twitter Spaces. He has been bullish on veve, really veve fam since the beginning. And he did lose a battle with cancer this week. And the only reason I'm saying that on this channel is because I want to highlight what I have on the screen right now. Comics and Crypto is, I guess, teaming up with veve officially in Los Gatos, California this Saturday for the premiere of Collectors at Heart, the series. They will be raffling with over $500 in prizes, including the first edition Todd Batman statue. 100% of this raffle will go to the Silicon Secure Foundation. What this is basically to raise money for his family to be able to accommodate all the necessities for the funeral arrangements and everything like that. It's something that veve FanBam, I believe, was the organizer of. So I just wanted to highlight this before getting on to the last piece of this longer video, which is the direction of this channel. So I'm going to continue to make NFT and crypto content. My primary goal for this channel for all things Web3. I still work for the Bitcoin Frontier Fund for the marketing. We invest in startups that are building on Bitcoin and on crypto. I still work for Ninja Alerts, which is another NFT project. I'm not going anywhere. I run Spaces. I run my X account like all the time. That being said, with the market that we're in, and hopefully it will get better in 2024, I am pretty much capped out on my YouTube content as far as like views and interaction and everything like that goes. If you've made it this far in the video, then I trust that you watched enough of my content to actually care where my heart is and why I'm saying this. I have not tried to hide the fact that I want to be a content creator. I want to be able to make a ton of content. I want to eventually be able to sell my personal coffee through that content, do other ethical ways of monetization. But right now I'm capped. I spend 6 hours, 8 hours, however long on a video. 8 hours is a lot. I spend a lot of time on a video and it only gets a couple hundred views. It's not worth it right now. So I'm just going to be very transparent about my game plan. If you've been subscribed to my channel, you'll see already that my YouTube shorts have been an array of like macro and random content, because that doesn't really affect your feed as much. YouTube shorts are kind of pushed into the algorithms differently, so it's not really pushed towards my already subscriber base. I don't want to just throw random content on you, but I do think I am going to broaden my span just a little bit, as I've already done on my channel. I've made AI videos and some other videos, so I think I'm going to be doing kind of more broad content again as far as technology goes. So Web3 tech, AI, stocks, any kind of fintech, all of that. I'm still going to do Web3 content, and I hope to eventually do Web3 content completely again. But right now, I do think it's best that I broaden out a bit. One thing I ask of you, if you've made it this far in the video, then I honestly trust you to do this, and I really appreciate you, is if you don't want to see it, then just don't watch it. Just scroll past, and just remember, I'm still Web3 all in. I just hope that it makes sense on why I wouldn't want to spend hours every single day. It just seems like a lack of time optimization. With that being said, if you do want to support me, either watch those videos or like them or leave comments. That helps me out a ton. But the last thing I want to see is me upload kind of like an AI type of video or a random video and just see like, oh, I followed you for Web3 and now you're posting this. I want you to understand that it's just not worth it to make that type of content in this market unless there's really big announcements. And I will still continue to make Web3 content in this market, but I want to be able to make more content and expand that. Kyle and I have been doing our podcast every week. Be sure to check that out. It's primarily Web3 focused. We also have a newsletter that I'll drop below. It's called Alpha Media Labs newsletter, or alphamedialabs.xyz. We're going to be releasing the latest tech news and knowledge every single week. We're going to be giving away coffee in that. We're going to be giving away a whitelist, a loud list. We have a lot of really cool things planned for that newsletter. So if you're not subscribed to that newsletter, subscribe. And also that last part that I said, so the whole changing the direction slightly, kind of broadening out a little bit. I want your opinions if you've made it this far in the video. Please leave it down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.